McFarlane Toys, Space Marine, the Chaos version of the Warhammer Space Marine, I believe. I'm not too deep into the miniatures and what's going on in that world, but I do love the Space Marine stuff, especially the ones McFarlane put out. I think when he's done the contract with DC, even though he's not probably going to be completely done, in my opinion, he's probably going to go towards, leaning more towards the Marvel and DC kind of 12-inch stuff after the 7-inch stuff maybe run out, or whatever may happen, who cares. But I think if that does happen, I think he should get deeper into the world of the Warhammer stuff, man. You know? Concentrate a little more on that, and especially concentrate on Spawn. So here's the walkthrough. It's a little bit different. I kind of set it up different so the video would be shorter. This format, if this format doesn't work either. I'm trying to find something that gets, a little more attention. But we'll see how this goes. This isn't permanent. Just see how it goes, and let's walk through this one here together. And thanks for watching. Got some hot water. Got them all the pieces out, all taken apart, and then we're going to do some Scotch pad. I'm going to clean it back up. Get ready for primer. So I'm going to use the Vallejo black. That's my go-to black for right now. I think I'm going to switch over to the Warhammer black primer. It's just I cut this down probably 40% distilled water, 60% primer from Vallejo. The Warhammer primer I think is a little better. I can do less than that. I can do 60 and 20% distilled water. There's a before after picture where it came out of the box gray. Here's when everything's done. Really nice, smooth, really nice application. Really take your time. 3 coats, go real slow. A few weeks ago, man, I did a video or a live on the channel where I took all the pieces, and you can see it in the back there, that deco metallic. It's a metallic black. It's a little bit of a gray, more of a gray than black, but it's close to black enough. I just didn't want it black, so it's kind of a real deep gray metallic. And after I started putting the trim on, I used Vallejo silver. After I put that on, I realized that I wanted to keep the base color a real raw steel look for his armor instead of going red. So I made that decision right there when I got done doing this trim on the side of his shoulder. So after that, I just took the Grimstone red, which is from Warhammer. Really nice red, man. It probably would have been a little bit brighter if I used gray, but I think the deep looking red looks kind of neat. It's not so much burgundy. It's close to it though. It looks kind of like it was, it's been around for a while, and that's kind of where I was going with this whole piece, where it was kind of straightforward, some raw steel and some metallics on the piece. So here on top you can still see where I'm adding the wash. The Warhammer Dark Tone Wash is what it's called. So I went in around all the edges, just trying to make it look like have some little deeper shadows, or whatever you want to call it, some dark contrast, whatever the correct word may be. But I'm going around the whole piece around the edges, just to darken it up, to grime it up a little bit. And I tell you, this is the first time I use so much wash, if I'm saying that right, or dark tone, on a piece. All the wash is a dark tone, is just watered down black. So I was never successful at making really good wash myself, so I just bought it and had it for a while. But I used it a little bit, but this time on this piece, I used it on everything. As for the loincloth, all I did was take some Createx red, dry brushed it on into the desired look. It's a little different red than the other, obviously, but maybe I should have used a different color. I don't know, but I just kind of try to keep the theme going. And as for all the belts on the piece, he has a belt on his leg, and he has obviously the belt around his waist. I used leather brown from Model Air. I just took it and I dry brushed it to a little bit opaque, but I did leave some dark spots here and there just so it looked worn. And then same thing here on the leg, same exact thing. Just dry brushed it on. I was a little sloppy. I didn't care because before I did this, I already had a couple coats of matte clear on it, and you could just take some water and just wipe it around and just take it right off, because I'm going to hit it with some dark tones anyway. So now for the grenades and stuff, right there, I was using some olive green for the grenades. Same thing. I went in, opaqued it out, made sure, Try to keep everything separated. Don't get too sloppy with it, you know. Like I said, and I keep saying, after I got everything down as a basic color that I wanted it to be, that was about it, man. It was a few steps. That's all it was. Get your dry brush down, hit all the highlights with some dry brushing, get the solid colors down, keep them all separated, do some cleanup, make sure everything's been clear coated after every application. So now we're going to talk about the head, the actual head sculpt. I stripped it 2 times. I want to say 3, but I may be exaggerating. I'm just saying I don't even know what happened. I tried flesh tone. I tried the Emperor from Star Wars. I tried a mummy, a zombie. I tried some sort of Krang looking thing from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I tried different head sculpts. I wasn't sure what I was doing. I wasn't happy. I tried everything. So I ended up going with He-Man. Actually, He-Man here. The picture right there is before. It's the Battle Damage He-Man, the Revelations, I think it was. After I went with a straight black, I came in with some licorice black, and then iron wrought. I dry brushed on his hair. So it's 3 simple steps: black, licorice, iron wrought. It looks gray a little bit, I guess, but in real life it's a little more darker. The face was kind of bright, so I went in with some pastels, some dark brown pastels, and I darkened the face down. Brightened up the scar a little bit on his face, made it look a little more bloodier than it was just a scar. I hit it with some matte as well, some matte clear coat, and that was it. I switched out the gun to give him a club this time. I don't have any Space Marines with a club. I wasn't real happy with the club when I first got it out and thought, man, this is going to be kind of dumb. But after I got it out and I spray painted it primer black, then I dry brushed it with that gray metallic, that dark black gray metallic, whatever you want to call it, that dark gray. And then I came in after that, and right here you can see I'm using some of that silver from Vallejo again, real bright silver, just so I can dull it back down again. For the handle, I dry brushed it some brown, leather brown. But after I was done going in with the wash now with that dark tone, and I dark toned everything. I just wanted to grime it up a little bit. I didn't want to look it looking brand new, obviously. I did go back with some more leather brown and hit the handle just so you could, the brown could be a little more pronounced than just being, gray. So, and I didn't want to add any reds to the club for some reason. I don't know what it was. I was going to make the top of the club red with black spikes on it, and the handle in the very bottom of the handle where the hand, you hold on to it, that was going to be red right there where my finger is. But I decided not to. I know there's enough red on him. It wasn't a whole lot, it's not a whole lot of red, but it was enough red on him. I thought that it needed, I didn't have to keep everything matching, if you know what I mean. So that was it. I dark toned it up, put some dark tones on the bottom. I'm just going with it. Don't know what I'm doing, but I did it anyway. And that was it. A few steps. That was all. I guess I kind of cheated with the dark tones. So here it is. It's done. And let me show you some comparisons. Okay, here he is with my Buzz Lightyear custom themed Space Marine I did a couple months ago. And about a year ago, I think I did this one here. Was with the McFarlane head sculpt from the Superman that looked like a zombie. I don't know, but here's the him next to that other custom I did. I did a line work on him. That's basically black with the line work and some grays, and made a little sketch and stencil and put some flames on there. And then here he is with the McFarlane Warhammer Chaos Marine. That is the same body. I didn't paint this. This came out of the box like that. So this is the same thing except from the skull. I do like the chest piece skull a little better than the star thing, but everything else you can see is the same. You can see that boots are the same, just different size, except for this point here. He's got more points over here, or spikes. Got a skull, and then instead of caution here, he's got the skull. Same thing on the back, same exact thing. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.